What's up, mi gente? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Amanda Rose. Today I'm going to talk about my rainbow after my storm. So for starters, if you watched my last vlog, you followed my journey as I shared some really hard struggles that I went through last year. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I am expecting and we're so excited and we feel so grateful and blessed. I will be talking about my first trimester in this video. I asked you guys to send me in some questions and you guys sent me in some questions, so let's get right to it. I've put some notes here on my phone with the questions you guys asked, just so I can keep on track. I also will have clips. I've documented this whole journey, so I'll have some clips just to show you in real life time what I was going through and what I experienced and how the journey looked. One of the questions that was asked was, when did I find out? Girl, I just woke up clearly. Alexa, stop. The answer hasn't changed. Yeah. So my birthday weekend, I was pregnant. I was surprised by my amazing partner Chris with a getaway. We stayed at this really cute resort. It was really cool. It was really well thought out, but I was just really tired the whole time. I was not drinking because I just felt off, and the thought of tequila shots and things like that just made me sick. So the first night, which was originally my birthday, Thursday, it was a Thursday, we just really chilled. It was what other people would probably think was boring. I was just so happy to be in this new space, and with all these surprises, my mom and my sister showed up as a wonderful surprise with a cake to sing me happy birthday. And so we did that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you.
The next day, the plan was, it was a Friday night, my sister and my brother pulled up, and they were just like, girl, is it even your birthday? You're not drinking? What's up? And I'm just I'm not, guys, I'm getting old. I'm not feeling the vibe. I just can't get into the drinking thing. And they're like, no, that's not happening. So my brother comes up with a game. Drink, sir.
All right, I got enough for you, Crystal. All right, you ready? Higher, lower?
Damn, that's a tough one. Let's go lower.
Good job. Higher, lower?
Lower.
Red or black?
Black.
And that's true. What suit? What suit?
Oh my god. Diamond?
Sometimes you gotta go with your heart.
Damn.
Damn. One second. 1, 2,
Damn it, I was
3,
thinking
4,
about
5.
it.
All right.
Higher.
Higher. You said higher? All right, let's see. You're
Oh.
all right, higher, lower than a 5. Higher.
You fucked up.
That's lower. Oh, it's a match. I can't do anything about that.
High, lower.
I've never played before, and we get into it, and that was the most I drank my whole weekend. The next day, the plan was to have a birthday dinner at Planet Hollywood. Before doing that, I would drive to my aunt's house to visit my aunt and my grandmother. I just didn't make it there. I couldn't stop puking. From International Drive, halfway towards Tampa, your girl was, anytime the car stopped in the middle of traffic, puking. Just red light, girl, puking. Horrible. It was horrible. I've never been so sick, and I'm just why am I so sick? I've drank a lot more in the past, and that did not happen. So I just wasn't understanding, and I texted my aunt. And she's just saying hey, I think maybe you should take a pregnancy test. It's giving pregnant, sis. So I'm just I will, but I've been trying since we lost the last little baby, so, and nothing's happened, and I didn't ovulate. I didn't I don't think it's happening. And then I got home and I took a test, and that's how I found out that I was expecting. So the next question you guys had asked me, which was really popular, was, did you get sick or have any food aversions? I got really sick. It was really, really, really bad. I was crying over that toilet. Like they say, they call it morning sickness, but for me, it was all day sickness. And I know for many women, it's all day sickness. I couldn't keep food down. Anything with garlic, I couldn't have it. Like Chris could not cook anything with garlic, or else I had to be outside the house because it made me sick. The smell of garlic made me sick. The saddest food aversion was not being able to eat pizza. I'm a pizza girl. I love pizza and mac and cheese. It's my thing. I couldn't eat pizza because it would give me like the worst acid reflux. I've never had acid reflux. I've never had heartburn, none of those things. My first trimester, all that showed up. I could not, don't bring pork into this house. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to smell it. And that's crazy because as a Puerto Rican, I love pernil. You could put pernil on a sandwich. You could put pernil with some rice. You could just give me pernil and I'll eat it. I'm starting to lose count of how many times a day I'm puking. It feels horrible. Tomorrow will officially make 7 weeks. And I think to myself, like, how am I supposed to do this for 9 months? It's gonna be worth it. I hope there's twins in there. God, please. I literally get up every day on my journey to the bathroom and I pray. I'm like, God, please, let there be multiple. I don't know how many times I could do this. Like, but every day at 9:30, 9 p.m., it's the worst. That's my update. Oh my God. That's what happened with that. I was very, very sick. During that time though, I did reflect a lot on, you know, women who came before me, women I know who went through their pregnancy journeys alone or with a partner who wasn't so supportive. And my heart absolutely goes out to those women because it's very difficult. And I don't know how I could have done this without the support of my partner. Like, he really was a great support. He would come into my room where I'm working and just give me words of affirmation and be like, you know, you're beautiful and you're growing a human and you're strong and you're powerful. And I'm not gonna lie, it was great. I needed that a lot, but there will be moments where I'm so sick and he's telling me that and I'm looking at him like, yo, give it a break. I don't feel powerful. I don't feel strong. I feel horrible. This is horrible. Chris took over everything. I mean everything. I couldn't be in the kitchen because just the smells of the seasonings, the smells of the meat, everything just made me sick. Chris took over cooking. He learned my favorite meals, like how to make them, and just everything. He took over the cleaning. He took over work hours. Like, he worked extra because I was just struggling to do anything. It was really hard. The first trimester was very, very hard for me. So I'm grateful to have such a supportive partner. The other part that came along with, you know, having an early pregnancy loss and then getting pregnant again was, for the first like 11 weeks, I was very paranoid. Anytime I felt a little cramp, I was running to the bathroom to see if there was blood. Even my reaction wasn't the same. Like, when I found out again, when I had that confirmation from my test, it wasn't that I wasn't excited. Like, I was excited, but I didn't want to get too excited about it, which is really sad. But you know, it is what it is when you've been disappointed. And like, for me, it took a couple months to get pregnant again, and I didn't think that that was going to be the case. You try not to get your hopes up. Until I hit that 13-week mark, I was not going to get too excited. So we didn't buy anything. Well, that's a lie. We only bought one thing, and that is the ABC book, the D is for DJ book that we purchased. That was the only thing I bought. I didn't want anyone to buy me anything. I didn't want to get any clothes. I didn't want anything because I just didn't want to do that and then end up feeling disappointed. I didn't know what was coming ahead of me. So that was really hard too. Like, that fear was hard to deal with. The next step was to choose a provider. We didn't have the best experience with my OBGYN with the first loss, and that's a whole nother video. It really is a whole nother video. So we decided to go with a midwife, which has been absolutely like the best decision we made. Then after hiring my midwives, we went ahead and hired a doula. So it was really important for us to have women of color on our team, and we found some of the most amazing women to be a part of our birth team. They're just so educated and just so their spirits are just so calming. I purchased my first maternity bra because the girls in a regular, all my Fenty bras, all the Vicky Secrets, like everything got put in a little stash somewhere else just because it just wasn't happening. Any pressure on my belly wasn't happening. So we went to Walmart and I got these seamless underwears. That's what I've been rocking since, and they're the best. They just feel so comfortable and they just work for me. Maternity bras, sports bras, things like that. I went up a size in sports bras if they're not maternity. So comfort over everything. They tell you to wait until you're 10 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks. We ended up having our first ultrasound at 9 weeks and 4 days. We didn't do a medical one. We went to Little Belly Spa. I think that's what it's called. We went to Little Belly Spa, which is more like a fun kind of thing, where they give you like a teddy bear. Well, they don't give it to you. You can purchase a teddy bear with the baby's heartbeat. And that experience was like, wow. It makes it that much more real. It was very emotional. It was me, my mom, and Chris. Okay, so we're going to our first ultrasound. We got mom here. Very excited. Very, very, very.
Take this. Oh my god.
You got it, Mom?
I got it.
I see something in there.
There's definitely something in there.
One or two?
There's only one. Let's see if I stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, 9 weeks and 4 days. So that due date might change because sometimes it changes, okay? This is your, let's see, and of course baby. Wow. See the heart.
This is crazy.
I'm going to tell you how much it is. It is $162. It's just amazing.
How do you feel, dear?
I was happy. I'm lost for words. I'm ready to meet him already.
Him or her?
I'm ready to meet it.
Yeah.
Well, I did say him first, and then
and then you said her.
I was like her.
And then you said it.
And then she he was like, okay, I didn't say anything.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
That's amazing.
Ooh. I think the part that got me was hearing the heartbeat. For the first time, it's still like just thinking about it, it's just like, ugh. I didn't only hear my baby's heartbeat, I saw my heartbeat and saw like the bond you have from the beginning. Like not just the fact that the baby's growing in you, but they feel your heartbeat. I think for me, like I came home after that and I just cried a lot. And you know, Chris came and he comforted me. There was no questions as to like, you know, why are you crying? And I'm happy he didn't, because I wasn't ready to talk about it. I thought about him and his siblings and just like the bond you have with your mom. It starts from like that moment, and it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. It just made me think of my mother-in-law, and it made me, my heart broke all over again for him. And I thought about his sister and his brothers, and it just really put things into perspective. And just your connection to your mom is amazing. It's beautiful. We had that moment and we have our pictures. We came home, we put the picture in a frame. That was my first ultrasound. So I started feeling better around week 12. Around week 12, I was able to do a full 30-minute walking session. All right, y'all, last time we updated you. We had our first ultrasound. Your girl is pulling up on 11 weeks, feeling better. So we're walking again. I'm already tired and we just started. But we're doing good. Still no baby bump. The best part of week 10 going into 11 is that I don't feel so sick. So at least I'm able to work out. And I mean, it's only day 2. What else, darling? What is the best part of this? Well, we're also coming into our second trimester, which takes us out of the little danger zone, which is good. What else?
You're able to keep food down. You're able to be yourself.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part, be yourself. Eat regular. Just,
Yeah, I taught him how to make grilled cheeses. We got an Iron Chef here. Anyways,
Yeah.
we'll update you. Our next
of water
appointment is
drinking.
at 4 weeks. Oh yeah, I've been trying to do more, but.
All right, this is us.
And from that point on, it got better. Okay, so one thing that I was doing prior to conceiving was I was already taking my prenatal pills, and I was doing acupuncture. You know, when your body's stressed, it does complicate things. So acupuncture really helped. Okay, so really quick, we have entered week 12. I am back to my acupuncture and my cupping for stress and anxiety. I feel great. I have energy. I don't feel so sick. So really quickly before I head out, because my appointment's over, this is how the room looks. Very zen. Very calm. Dim light. Got my mask back on, and this is what I do weekly. Keeps me stress-free, anxiety-free, helps me with, you know, maintaining the pregnancy and things like that. And then I reached week 13, and that was probably like that mark was the best day ever. I was just so scared that we weren't going to make it to week 13, and we did. So we made it to week 13. I'm so excited. So your girl, because she has more energy and all that, she's back in the gym. I'm going to be back on my content BS. Okay, so as I am finishing up the editing for this video, I realized that there are a couple of things I left out. I just kind of forgot about that were a part of my first trimester that no one told me I would experience. And I just didn't I didn't think I was gonna get as sick as I did. I didn't think all day sickness was the thing. They call it morning sickness. It was not just in the morning, but we kind of already touched on that. Because I was so nauseous, like you feel like everything is just up here. Like brushing was very hard. Like when people say that they're gagging throughout like the whole brushing process, very much that. Showering felt like a job. I was like always hyperventilating, like, oh my God, I can't wait to get out of here. Like super heavy breathing. And this may be a little TMI, but I didn't know that my bowel movements were gonna change in that first trimester. Things got pretty much normal by the second trimester, but yeah, it's a big struggle. Hard to sleep. I was very like tossing and turning. My hips hurt. So I got a mattress topper. I know some women go and get a maternity pillow. I haven't got one yet. I do have one in my cart of what I would want if I got one. Oh, excuse me. Super early. This is supposed to go up in like 2 hours. So yeah, I was tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep. I would get hot flashes. Like it was horrible. I would have to go to the end of the bed and sleep directly under the fan. No tight clothes. So I was wearing a lot of dresses, a lot of stretchy biker shorts, big shirts. I stayed inside the house for the most part. So honestly, my bra and my underwear was key. Headaches. Bad headaches due to hormone changes. Like there's some things that we just can't control. You can also get them from dehydration. Like when you're pregnant, you want to drink a lot of water. I try to drink a gallon a day. Some days, you know, it's just not a thing. My midwives had suggested, you know, coconut water, almond milk, things like this will help with hydration. I know some people get bored really easily with just water. You can also add lemon to your water. I did that a little bit, but honestly, I went through phases. Cold water was a thing for for me, and then I wanted room temperature water. Oh, you can't lay down right after you eat, sis. That was causing me to get sick too. So right after eating, I would sit up or I would take a short little stroll. But laying down, just like I said, it feels like everything is just up here, and as soon as you lay down, everything wants to come out. And I think also another thing is it's okay to not feel connected to this baby who you have yet to meet, who is still forming. Like, that is okay. It's totally okay. When you get to hear the heartbeat, when you get to see it grow and things like that, then, you know, more of a connection will start to build. But even then, I feel like there's some moms that don't feel connected to their baby until maybe a couple of weeks after the baby's born. Like, that's totally normal. So the connection part, I know some women worry about that, like they don't feel connected to the baby. You don't know the baby, so it's kind of like normal. I had early pregnancy loss, and because I was so sick, I'm not gonna lie, I was very much like, I'm not doing this again. Now my mindset has changed, but that first trimester, you're so sick and so miserable, and then you feel like, well, for me, I felt this guilt because I'm just like, man, I wanted this, I prayed for this, I cried for this, and now I feel so miserable. So you feel guilty for feeling bad, but your body is going through so many changes so quick. Like, give yourself grace and know that it's okay to not feel connected, and it's okay to feel miserable. Like, that's okay, because I mean, you're miserable, you're throwing up, your back hurts, like all these things. It's just not fun at all. And you realize how quickly life is now changing. You know, some people say, yeah, well, wait till the baby gets here, your life is going to be completely different. No, it starts in the beginning for most women. You just start to look at things differently. The energies and the people you want around you. You also, like, when people say you learn who your friends are and you learn who, you know, you get to see who people really are when you're pregnant. Absolutely true. And I'm not tripping over it because me and Chris are very to ourselves anyway, so it actually works in our favor. But I know some people, it's a hard transition, but it's gonna be okay, boo. Your areolas are gonna darken. That just happens. Maybe not so much in the first trimester. I mean, well, closer to the end of the first trimester, I didn't really realize mine darkening, that I'm just like, oh, these are different. So the beginning of the second trimester. Also, like, you are going to see that there's women who talk about women empowerment and sticking together, and then when you're pregnant, that changes too. Like crazy. I remember when I was really sick, I had created a close friends with all of the girls on my Instagram who I knew were pregnant. And of those, let's say 20 women, like, you know, I'm just like telling them how I feel, and you know, I feel guilty because I feel miserable and I'm so sick, and you know, how am I supposed to do this kind of thing? How was your first trimester? Just trying to start a dialogue, not only to comfort me, but like, you know, most of them were ahead of me in pregnancy or already have been pregnant before, and legit 2 out of those 20 responded to me, and since then have been very active in my journey and checking up on me and vice versa. But like, a lot of this women empowerment and women gotta stick together is fake. It is absolutely fake. It's phony. It's for the gram. It's not a real thing. It is absolutely not a real thing, unfortunately. But yeah, so those 2 women, to Jen, to Amoria, like, I love you guys for checking up on me and, you know, giving me tips and what worked for you and things like that, and just letting me know that it's okay to not feel okay, and it's okay to feel miserable and to feel all the things that I was feeling, because it helped me a lot on my journey. And I appreciate women who actually want to support and want to empower and want to educate women, because it does take a tribe to create and build these children. So I appreciate women like that. I love you guys. That is my first trimester recap. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have more questions for me, leave them in the comments below. Make sure to like this video if you want more like this, and share it with your friends, share it with your family. Maybe you have a sister or a cousin who's having their first little baby and this could help them. Thank you so much for watching.